Welcome to another edition of the Southern California Prep Insider Basketball Podcast. I have passed my cold flu or whatever it is on to Devin. So, Devin, congratulations. I infected you virally through the computer.
That might be a little too much information for people to handle, but luckily I'm feeling well enough to do this lovely podcast alongside of you. All
right, there we go. We got our normal business. We got our top 10s. We've got our game balls. We got our reporters, 3 different places, and then we've got our lovely game predictions. Devin, we'll start with you in your top 10.
So the top 10 this week, the first 2 will remain unchanged. Sierra Canyon and Rancho Christian still at the top. Number 3, Corona Centennial also remains the same. Number 4, we have Mater Dei. Number 5, Bishop Montgomery. Number 6, Etowanda. Number 7, we have Damien. Number 8, we have Chino Hills. Number 9, Rancho Verde, a new squad in there. Shout out to Brandon Baker and Jackson Turner and Torrey San Antonio doing great things out there in Movau. And number 10, Orange Lutheran.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question about it. You said the top 2 remain the same. Do you see them ever changing until they eventually have to play each other, or is it going to be kind of that way?
They're going to play each other at the end of the season, I believe in March, at the Battle of the Valleys. So I think until that moment, it'll remain the same, unless Rancho Christian or Sierra Canyon suffers a loss in state that is surprising. But I don't see that happening. So I think we'll see 1 and 2 the same throughout the rest of the season.
All right, so there is a top 10 according to Devin. We've got our game balls. I will start with mine. Jaime Jaquez Jr. from Camarillo. Unbelievable stat line. We were there to record this. We have the highlights for this thing. Against Esperanza, he had 50 points, 5-0, 17 rebounds. This is the best part of this. It was an 81-77 win. A lot of times you see these stat lines in a blowout game, but this was a game where they needed him, and he came through with 50 points, Devin.
Jaime always delivers. He had 36 in the loss to Santa Margarita at the Take Flight Challenge the night before. So, he's averaging 31 points a game this season, and that's what he does. And
it's 31 against good teams. So, a lot of times, again, you see some crazy stats in some of the lower divisions, but this is a guy contributing and making – that's why he's going to UCLA.
That's why he's going to UCLA.
Yeah. I guess that's what it takes to go to UCLA. I'm going to go to a smaller school now. Hunter Francis from Big Bear, 36 points and 12 rebounds, and their win over Granite Hills. My last one to be Josh Octave from Mary, Star of the Sea, 31 points, 7 rebounds, and their win against St. Pius X, St. Matthew's Academy. I love the long names for the schools, Devin.
You love that. So I'm gonna go to my alma mater, Marina High School, Huntington Beach, California. The Vikings, Eric Hodgkins, a freshman at Marina, hit the game-winning shot against Edison. His only 3 points of the entire game, but they were extremely important because it was the first time in 21 tries that Marina defeated Edison. Shout out, Eric, a way to represent for the Vikings.
How many years does that add up to?
Two games a year, because they're in the same league, so 2 games a year. I'm not great at math. That's why I was a journalist, and I'm in the current situation I'm in. So it's like 10 plus like one.
We'll give him 11.
11.
Yes.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yes.
Okay. Next up, Jared Lucas from Los Altos. He continues to climb the ranks in Southern Section scoring, all-time scoring, because he can put the ball in the basket. And he had 42 points in a win over Losinger Saturday at the Take Flight Challenge. But the thing I liked about it most was Jared was super efficient from the field, 13 of 22 field goals. So shout out to Jared. And finally, Justin Renee from Long Beach Poly. He had 32 points in a win over Mission Bay, also at the Take Flight Challenge, and Justin was really playing well in that game.
All right, so as you mentioned, there was a league game in your game balls. We're starting to get to that league play. Devin, are you excited for the league play?
Yeah, as long as I can stomach it, I'm going to be at Trinity League opener between JSerra and Mater Dei. That'll be fun, and then Friday, Santa Margarita hosts Orange Lutheran, which will be a fun matchup with McCore Maker and against Jake Kyman and Max Agmon-Polo. So that's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit when we get to our game picks. For now, we have our 3 reporters, all remote locations.
Here with Zaire Williams after Notre Dame has a big win against Liberty from Nevada. Zaire, you had 25 at the half, finished with 33 and 15. Just another day at the office for you. What allowed you to be so successful?
My teammates got me open. Also, credit to our defense. Our defense was amazing today, and defense just leads to offense for me to get easy buckets.
25 at the half, as I mentioned. What was the key to that hot start?
Just come out aggressive. They had a great player, great team actually, and we just wanted to put the pressure on them, and just defense was really our main goal.
Last night, falling a little short against Harvard Westlake. How good does it feel to wake up and get a win under your belt after a tough loss last night?
One thing about basketball is sometimes you just have to have short-term memory. We fought hard, we just came up short, so we just got to leave that game in the past and just fix our mistakes and go on to the next one. And luckily we came out with a dub today.
The Mission League, so tough, and you're into the gauntlet right now. What are your expectations for league, and what do you need to do to come out on top after falling to 0-1?
Obviously we want to win league, and we just have to defend. We have to play. One of our things is that we just have to play together as a team. Sometimes we're in a hurry, or our ball movement is kind of bad. That's on me too. That's not even just like one person, but if we just work on those little things, then we'll be fine.
How would you assess where you guys are at so far, about midway through the season? Are you happy with where Notre Dame's at?
Right, absolutely, yeah. We definitely have a great shot to win league, CIF, state, all that. We just have to keep working together and working hard.
That's Zaire Williams. Zaire, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
I'm here with Coach Nick Sinedo, head coach of El Toro boys basketball. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for being here.
Of course. So first off, this is your second season as head coach of El Toro, but your first head coaching job overall. You've had multiple opportunities come up in the past, but why did you take this one?
Well, I thought this was the best fit. I really enjoyed the community, the administration. This is a great district to work in, and everything kind of came together as we went through the interview process.
What is your favorite thing about the El Toro community?
Only one thing. They're great supporting their kids. We do all types of fundraising throughout the community. They do a great job supporting us. Anything we need, whenever we ask for it, they're right there. From food to programs to volunteer work, whatever it is, they're always there to help.
Based on your past experience at Clovis West, you're a fan of developing local talent. How have you done that here?
Well, I'm excited to say we're continuing with our South County feeder program, and in the spring we're going to have a 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade team, and we're going to continue to build on that. We actually have a South County program playing right now in the winter, and we're hoping to make it year-round.
How would you describe your coaching style and philosophy?
That's a good question. My coaching style is we play hard defense, and on the offensive end, we take the best shot we can get. I don't like to restrict the kids. I want them to play their game. I want them to have fun, and it's been pretty successful for us in this preseason.
What are some main takeaways that you would want your players to take with them after they leave El Toro?
Oh, well, everything off the basketball court. We work very hard in developing them as young men, polite, respectful, hardworking, showing up on time, doing all the things that they're going to need to be successful in their workplace and in their relationships outside of school.
You've played 18 games so far this season. How do you think that's helping the team prepare for league, and what are some of the challenging teams that you'll have to face?
Oh, well, we're in a very good league this year. We've played 18 games, and we've played a very tough schedule. I do that on purpose because I want us to be battle-tested. It's important for us, even though we might sacrifice a few wins here and there, we've played against some of the best teams in Orange County, and we're proud of that. When we get into league, any team can beat you on any night. We have San Juan Hills, and they're a terrific team coming in here on Monday. Then we go to Toro, and Toro is one of the top teams in Orange County. Then we have Laguna Hills, which is consistently getting better and better over the season as progressed. So we don't take any nights off here in this conference. All the teams are really good, and the coaches prepare their teams really well.
Thanks again for joining us, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
What's up, guys? I am here with Chris Jones, who is the head coach here at Murietta Mesa. Now, this guy has 16 years of experience as a head coach, but here at Murietta Mesa, what would you say is really the difference with this 2018-2019 team?
Well, we have a new team. We lost our top 3 scorers and top 3 rebounders. So there's a lot of guys that have to step up into new roles that they haven't been in before. That being said, with our semifinal team of last year, we have several guys that contributed quite a bit off that team. So we feel comfortable with what we have experience-wise, but yet there's different roles they need to take on.
How is it as the head coach being able to say that you are coaching these guys who are putting up such big numbers? Like you have Devin Fortune putting up 43 points this year. You had Lamar Wright putting up 38 points last year. What is it like being the head coach of these guys?
Yeah, well, it's fun, obviously. That's why we're here, is to enjoy what we do. There's a lot of talent that's here. Devin had his 43-point game this year. He also had a 20-rebound game as a sophomore. We have Anthony Salick that's here as a junior that had 7 3-pointers in a game earlier this year. So we do have quite a few talented kids, and it's fun when they put up numbers like that. But clearly, for us to be successful, we want as much balance as we can.
Definitely still one of the younger teams, of course. This is only the 10th year that Murietta Mesa has even been around. You were mentioning in practice you guys went from being ranked at 3rd to now dropping to the lower half of the list in Division 2A. What would you say you guys need to work on as you head into league play this upcoming week?
Well, we just need to be more consistent with our play. We weren't very consistent when we were in Palm Springs last week at that tournament. Before that, the consistency was a lot better. So we just need to feel a little bit better about ourselves. We took a couple days off, clear our minds a little bit. Seasons can be long. There's always highs and lows. We went through a deeper low than what we'd like to. So we're looking forward to getting back on the court tomorrow at Chino and then next week in league. We feel good about where we're at, and there's not too many concerns. We just need to get off the negativity right now.
Now, during this time of the year, of course, you've got so many holidays going on during this time, and, the guys aren't even in school. So is it hard to really keep them as focused as they might be during the rest of the season?
Yeah, it is. Everybody gets out of their normal routine. Just practice itself. We generally go in the mornings, which, their body clocks are at different places. When they're not in their study habits and just the normal day-to-day, hour-to-hour operations, it can be a little bit challenging. And typically over the course of my career as a coach, we do see holiday times as being a challenge and difficult. Those challenges are what make you who you are, and what kind of sets you for league play and playoff play down the road.
Now, of course, last year you guys did have a very long playoff run, but let's talk a little bit more about this year. What can we expect from you guys for the rest of this season?
Well, we anticipate being in the league championship hunt. We expect, based on what we have here and based on the tradition we built over the last 2 years, to be in the thick of things. We hope that we can accomplish that and move that into the playoffs. Where we'd like to see if we can repeat what we did last year and maybe even, get an extra step and get into a championship game instead of losing in the semis.
All that being said, with pretty much a new team over here, thank you so much for your time, Coach. I'm looking forward to watching you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Devin, as everyone's been waiting for, it's our game picks. We're going to start with a good one. It's going to be Bishop Montgomery traveling to St. Anthony's.
It's going to be a great one. This is St. Anthony's first season in the Delray League, step up from their former league. They're good at home, but sorry, Coach Cav, I'm going to go with Bishop Montgomery here.
I'm going to go with them as well. One of my favorite stats for kind of predicting these games is common opponent record. Bishop Montgomery 4-1 against common opponents. St. Anthony's 2-3. That was against Washington Prep, Fairfax, Notre Dame, Camel Sacred Heart. So, no?
The difference between me and you is you're all about analytics and numbers, and I just go off the cuff. I'm not sure what the overall records are so far this year, but I want to know.
That's because I was too lazy to add it last week. So I promise for this one I'm going to add it. We'll have the scoreboard. I will get off my laziness train. I have no one to blame except for me for this. Next game, you mentioned the Trinity League starting. Here's a Trinity League game. It is going to be a Friday game. It is Bosco at JSerra.
Oh, man. Bosco had so many high hopes coming into the season as one of the top 3 teams, along with Sierra Canyon and Rancho Christian, but Jonathan Salazar went down, and it's been a huge hit for them. I'm going to take JSerra at home here. They get Hugo Clark, an eligible 6'11 center who's fairly skilled, but DJ Robinson playing well. Ian Martinez is super talented, and Justin Williams, point guard, transfer from Anaheim Canyon, makes it all go.
I'm going to go with them as well. I hate to be boring here, but yeah, went to one of their games last year. The crowd was awesome. I had a great time. I think they were carrying one of the fathers in the student section. They were literally the human surfboard. I don't know what
whose dad was it?
No, one of the fathers, administrators. It gets wild over there at JSerra, so I'm gonna go with that next game. It is gonna be we're gonna go a little bit more inland. It's gonna be Rancho Cucamonga and Etiwanda. Should be a good one.
Yeah, this baseline league is gonna be tough, top to bottom. Even Rancho Cucamonga and Upland are probably considered the bottom 2 teams in that league, but they're really good. But I'm gonna go Etiwanda here. I like the combination of guards, defense Coach Dave Kleckner brings. Jemai Meshack is coming into his own. You have Cameron Pierce, a junior who's on the rise. I'm going to take Etiwanda here.
I'm going to go with an upset here on the road. I'll take Rancho Cucamonga. Again, awesome records for both these teams and teams that have played some pretty tough teams. Rancho Cucamonga comes in 15-3, Etiwanda 15-2. Again, it'll be a good one. If you're in the area, go watch it.
You succumbed to peer pressure on that one. You didn't want to pick Etiwanda because I did.
That's exactly what happened. Next game, a little bit less talked about teams. We have Rowland and San Dimas.
I'm going to go with San Dimas here. They played really well in the Classic Academia in one of the lower divisions. They played well, so I think they're on a good roll, and I'm going to go with San Dimas.
I'm going to go with them, too. Our final game that we're going to pick, it is going to be one that you're attending, apparently. It's going to be Orange Lutheran and Santa Margarita.
Yep, as long as I'm healthy enough to do so, I will be there, and I'm going to go with Santa Margarita at home over Orange Lutheran. Kind of a bit of an upset, but I think in the Trinity League, anything can happen. I think home court advantage in this league is really important, and Santa Margarita draws a pretty good student section and home crowd sometimes. Not all the time, but I'm assuming that for Trinity League play, they're going to have their student section pretty good there.
Yeah, especially since this is a Friday night game, I think so. And I will compliment Trinity League in this. I feel like all the student sections in that league are pretty wild and pretty raw.
They're getting better. Yeah, they're getting better.
They're getting better. I'm going to go the other way. I'll go with Olu. McClure Maker, please don't let me down. Come on, man. You got to get it on you.
He's for sure probably going to score 30, but stopping Jake and Max in any given night is tough to do.
Yeah, Santa Margarita, really good team. Haven't seen them so far this year. I did see them against JSerra last year, and they were both those guys were now they're a year older. They look a lot better from what I've seen in the highlights and stuff like that. But I mean, again, these are two teams that are ranked right around 50 nationally. Pretty even game. And I will say this: unlike football in the Trinity League, I think that for basketball, this should be a pretty exciting and pretty, a league with a lot of parity.
Yeah, and I mean, even Servite, like, they might not have the talent level that an Orange Lutheran or Modern Day or Bosco or, JSerra has, but they have a style of play that all the kids buy into, and they grind you out, and they'll guard you for 40 minutes, 32 minutes.
Unless, what is that, 2 overtimes?
I'm deep in college basketball right now. Sure, 2 I'm deep in college basketball research right now, so that's where I'm at.
That would need to be overtime is 2 minutes in high school, so that'd be 4 overtimes.
No, it's 4. It's 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, yeah, 2 overtimes. All right, perfect. Yeah.
2 overtimes. Yeah, so they're taking someone to 2 overtimes. Let's lock it down right now.
All right, write it down.
I like how Servite plays. They're tough. They slow the game down, and they do well with what they have.
Yeah, it'll be exciting league to watch all the way through. Devin, where can people find you?
Find me on Twitter, Devin @_Oakland. That's UGLAND.
All right, we'll be back next week with a scoreboard. I'm promising a scoreboard, actually for this one and for next week. I promise it's going to be there. Just for you, Devin. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week.